See, the cross filter function, right? It returns no value. This is one of the important things you need to remember it. Okay. It doesn't return any value. Cross filter uses existing relation in the model, identifying the relationship by their endpoint columns. Okay. There are two directions. There are two properties are there as part of cross filter. One is single direction, other one is bidirection, both and single. One of the interviews in front of me, the employer was asking this question. Okay, she completely forgot this one. So here the direction is two type. One is the single unidirection, and then both. Okay, but you can say unidirection, bidirection. Okay, column 1 and column 2, column, right? So that is what. Pretty simple one. I will explain you. If you concentrate, you should be able to understand very clearly. Okay, let me close this one so that it will be a bit clear. So here, the relationship, exists between product and fact table and customer and sales fact table. But there is no relationship exists between product and customer table. Remember this, very simple one. Pretty straightforward, right? We don't. Is there any line goes between these two? Nothing. Okay, fine. So now I just click on it here once. It will open up a dialog box, something like that. And you can see the sales fact table. Look here, this is my sales fact table. Look at this sales fact table. You can see it here with the data. You can see it here. And then the product table, you can see it here. And the corresponding data also, you can see it here. Fine. What is the big deal? The next one is, one second, let me just show you here. If you go here, you can see the many-to-one relationship, right? So because on top, I use the fact table and here dim product. And if you see here, cross filter direction, single. And if you click on this, you can see both. These are the two types of direction. You need to remember it. Okay. What are the options that are available cross filter? They are asking this one, single or both. And then cardinality. Is this a one-to-many or many-to-one relationship? This is many side and one side, many-to-one. You can select it in the opposite direction also. Okay. But in this case, it's many-to-one. But it's a single one. Look here what I am going to do now. So now the situation is, I wanted to see currently what happens is, since the relationship are unidirection from product dimension, because the arrow is going down from product table to here, it is going down from customer dimension, it goes down. It's a one-to-many, again, it's a one-to-many. Okay, but there is no relationship exists between these two tables. Okay, now since there is a relationship exists between these two tables, product dimension table can filter this table, and customer dimension can filter this table. Since there is no relationship exists between these two tables, you cannot use your product table to filter your customer dimension table, and vice versa. You cannot do that. There is a requirement, business requirement. Your manager tells you, hey, I need to know how many number of customers purchased each product. And also there is another requirement, each customer purchased how many number of products. Can you tell me that? In that case, you need to enable cross filter direction both. Okay, I just go here, guys. A very interesting one. I just show you here. You should be able to look here, and here the product name. I just put it here. I have the sales fact table here. I have the I just use the order number. I drop it here. You might be wondering why why do I need to know the order number? Look here, and here. Watch very carefully. Here, I just click on this one. Here, what I do is I use count here. 14, right? 14 transactions happen, right? In 14 orders, 14 different orders, they order cashew nut. Okay. And the next one is, and okay, product name. Okay, so this product was purchased by how many number of customers? That is what we need to answer. So what I do is I just go to the customer dimension table. This is the one. I just bring in the customer ID here. And if you select we don't want the customer ID and all, you have an option called count here. You can use count here. But what happens is, since you don't have the relationship exists between the product dimension to customer dimension, it is not able to filter this table. it displays all the 6 customers. In total, in this data set, I just put only 6 records so that you should be able to understand quickly. Okay, and you can compare and do it. For example, I just quickly do this one. And here I just put the customer ID and customer name. See how many customers are there here? 6. Let me just increase the font size. How many customers are there? 6 customers are there. Okay, and here, so all these 6 customers, right? It counted 6 number of occurrences, right? Each customer occurs one. So 6 customers are 6. It put 666. It is not doing the filtering. So what I do is I just go here. My product dimension table wants to filter this table. So what happens is, you don't have, this table cannot filter this table back. See, the customer dimension table can filter fact table. Fact table cannot filter this table. And fact table cannot filter back the product table. Whereas product can filter this table, customer dimension can filter the fact table. The opposite is not possible. It's something, this is what the analogy I used to tell everyone. For example, you are getting the call from the bank, right? The customers, the salespeople, they are calling you. And then if you want to return them back, the call, it will not work, right? So you cannot use this number, something like that. You just think that way, okay? You cannot do the backward thing, okay? And again, here you cannot do this one, okay? But this guy can filter this one, this guy can filter this one. The opposite is not possible. So now what it is, product dimension table, my situations, I want to use this table to filter this table. So for that, what I do is, I enable this one bidirectional relationship. For example, single, both, and then okay. I just give okay here. Now you can see it got enabled. So now what happens? This guy, you just think that way, okay? Let's not go literal theory part. This guy can talk to this guy. Since you have enabled bidirectional relationship, this guy can talk to this guy, right? So since this guy can talk to this guy, so product table can filter this one. Just think that way, okay? So now I just go back here. Look here, superb, right? Now it is doing the filtering correctly. Since I enable the bi-directional relationship between the fact table and customer dimension table, my product table was able to filter the customer dimension table. Guys, most of them, they get confused with this column and this column. So most of them, they used to say, hey, Satya, the customer ID is available here, right? In the fact table, why do you need this one? With this one, you can find out how many number of products they bought this one, but each customer, how many number of times they purchased it, right? How many, say cashew nut is purchased by how many number of customers? In that kind of situations, you need to go and select the customer ID from this table. And then what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are specifying count here. Look here, I just selected count. You need to click on the down arrow. I selected count here, okay? And let's see, let's do one thing here. The order number, we can use distinct here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so the order number, right? Ideally, you can use distinct. I will explain later, don't worry. So now we are able to filter the customer dimension table using the product dimension table, because we enable the bidirectional relationship between these tables. Now there is another question. I wanted to know each customer purchased how many number of products. You need to use the customer dimension to product dimension. You need to use this table to filter this one. There is no direct. In this case, you need to enable bidirectional relation between these two tables. Just give me 2 minutes. I will just finish it off. Okay. I know all of you are tired. The time dimension, the time intelligence, that is very important. The upcoming, see, Tuesday and Thursday, we will finish it off everything. Okay. Power by everything, will finish it off maximum. And then followed by the next week, we will continue with SQL Server. 2 class, that is more than sufficient. If it is required, we will extend it. Okay. Why hurry, you finish it and later on you don't have to struggle with the interview here. Look at each customer purchase. In this case, what I do is I just go to the product tables and then I just put the product ID here. In this case, I'm going to put the product ID here, right? Here what I do is I use count here. So here the same thing, customer table cannot filter the product table. So what I do is, because there is no bidirection, I'm going to enable bidirectional relationship. Here single, I make it both. Remember this, that's all. And if you see there, magic, you will find it. It will be doing the filtering product. In this case, the customer dimension will do the filtering on the customer product dimension. Look here. Chris, he purchased 8 products. Okay, and Hemal, see, Chris, ordered. Chris raised 24 orders, but in total he purchased 8 products. Okay, and Hemal, he purchased 6 products. John, he purchased 5 products. It gives everything, and then it gives us the total. So this one is different. This one is different. So what I will do is the day 2 DAX, I will share it with you all. Without fail, you practice it. If you have any issue, you just call me. Why? No hesitation, nothing. So I want you guys to come back with questions, more questions. See, don't quit your job. Sorry, that's all. So from my side, I just finished. Here again, this is not the right approach. Okay, manually go and configuring the bidirection is not the right approach. Since we are running out of time, what I will do is, there is a function called CROSSFILTER function. Okay, so using which we can dynamically, programmatically, we will enable the bidirection relationship. Instead of permanently make it bidirection, we use the CROSSFILTER DAX function, using which we will enable it dynamically. Whenever it is required, you enable bidirection. Once my job is over, you make it, you reset it back to unidirection. Okay, that is what the idea of the CROSSFILTER function. That we will see it later. Any of you are near close, other thing will not take much time. The next weekend will complete the important functions. Okay, advanced functions, the dynamic related thing. Don't miss out the Tuesday and Thursday. Okay, we will wrap up everything.